Yo, what's going on? This is SAMOKFIT from SAMOKFIT. Checking in with you guys. You guys are doing terrific. We are back with another video for you guys. As always, appreciate the support, appreciate the like, appreciate the view, appreciate the share. It means a lot. So that's why we keep doing these videos. So today we're not going to be covering any training. If you've been following me for a while, you know my sort of schedule in terms of like competing for a bodybuilding show. You know I typically I encourage, I preach to take at least some time off to improve. If you're competing every year, back to back, are you really improving? Not really. A lot of times you haven't even given yourself enough time to actually recover before you start prepping. Comment or like, let me know if you feel this way before. You competed 1 year and you hop on the stage again the next year and you just feel like the dieting for the show the next time around was a little bit harder. A lot of times that's the case because your body hasn't truly recovered yet. Keep in mind, let's say you competed, you had a long contest prep. It's going to take you a bit longer for you to recover, especially if you try to reverse diet, and reverse diet did not really work out well. And then you say, fuck it. Decided just like, gain a bunch of weight. So it was never done properly. Recovery diet was never done properly. Reverse diet was never done properly. And all of a sudden, just like, I'm going to compete again because you get a little bit of fat and you just like, don't like the reflection when you see in the mirror. You say, no, it's time for me to get back again. That will give you some sort of motivation. And you find out it's very hard for you to get back on there. And the reason why I'm, making all this spiel is because if you follow my bodybuilding journey, I typically take at least a year or a year and a half off before I compete again. So the last time I stepped on stage was at WMBF Worlds in New York. Back in 2019, November 2019 to be specific, and we are in May right now, not April, 2021. I've gotten a lot of questions. I've posted on Instagram before. I'm not going to be competing this year, and as a matter of fact, I'm not sure when I'm going to be competing again, if I'm going to be competing again. And I decided, maybe it's time to do a video because this past weekend I've got a lot of tags by the current world champion himself, Kendall. A few other tags like WMBF, Portugal, places tagging like, hey, are you going to compete this year? So I figured I'd make a video about it. If I'm going to compete this year, or I'm not. I just got to stay tuned and watch the rest of this video to find out why, if I'm going to compete, and why I might not be competing. Also, I'll be taking you guys through, obviously, a workout because it's a fitness channel. I'm just going through my day 2 of my current muscle cycle right now. So we just finished incline movement, and we are going to move into the next movement. And I'm actually going to be talking to you guys at the gym today just because it's a little bit quiet. I just hope I don't get copyrighted by the background music.
Skating on days we gliding, I'm hitting that in the driving. Hitting that while we vibing, I be on that time and light up, I'm firing. Dress it up, yeah, I be styling. Eat up the drip, she be dining. Straight to the top, she be climbing. We the ones that.
Before I get into the reason why I'm going with the decision I'm doing, I think you need to have an understanding of why I compete to begin with. The reason why I compete is the love of the process, the love of challenging myself, not to collect any trophy. Ask me where all my trophies or medals that I've won, and I won't be able to tell you where they are. Some are in my garage, some are lost, some are. I don't have I don't call it a shrine because there's nothing wrong with being, happy with your accomplishment. But I don't have, oh, this is my trophy case. No. Because it's never about that for me. It's about continuous improvement. It's about continuously to challenge myself. It's about showing up each day when I don't feel like I want to do it. It's about, being accountable to myself, not to anybody else, not to prove anybody wrong. So bodybuilding for me is never about, chasing after a specific trophy. It's always about beating myself. So I am not going to be competing for a while. I am not going to be competing this year. Of course, I alluded to me retiring from bodybuilding. I got a lot of questions like, so are you still training? I'm like, of course I'm still training. Like I said, the reason why I'm competing is because I love the process. I love to challenge myself. It's a lifestyle for me. It's not just, I'm competing just to gather a certain amount of trophies or whatnot. Even though I have won quite a bit, I've lost track on, not to tweet my own horn. But it's never about that for me. It's about continuous improvement, to continuously to challenge myself day in, day out. So I'm not going to be competing for quite some time. I'm kind of sort of retired. So when am I'm going to compete again? Probably never. I might. I might want to scratch the itch again, maybe a few years from now. But yeah, I am not gonna be competing for a while. Am I sad? No, I'm not. I'm very elated just because I don't want to compete anytime soon. But I still love the process. I love the challenge. I love showing up each day, even when I don't want to. I love pushing myself, bettering myself each mental cycle, bettering myself on this specific training. That animalistic, the beast in you, unleashing that shit. Granted, I will tell you this though, I will still cut down, shred down, just to feel, enjoy that feeling. And if you follow any of my posts recently on my stories on my IG, if you follow me on IG, you're missing out. Some few posts that I've made is just like sometimes you need like see videos or see pictures of what you used to look like, just remind yourself that you used to do this. So with the same effect of trying to remind myself that I still do this, I might just in the blink of an eye, just I want to shred down just to peel down and see if we still got it. So I'm still gonna be doing that. But as far as competitive bodybuilding, stepping on stage, not gonna be stepping on stage for quite some time.
They admire all of these expire. Ice of the boss and we hire. Raising the hood where it's sirens. They hopping on ship like a pirate. Hey, hey, driving the boat and I came for the loot and the tragedy. Be hating, do better. Dropping them ashes, done burn me a hole in my sweater. I'm stingy, I'm holding this cheddar. Holding this cheese, living more better. Smoking these doobies with Xavier. We keep the gravy. Yeah, we too groovy. We keep it unruly. Know it's yours truly. Smoke a big head, call it Stewie. Bad chick wanna do me. Thick and she coolly, she busted open like a Uzi. I busted, then I'm back to duty. Call of Duty, I'm online.
But Sam, you're in your prime. You're just getting better. So why stop competing? Those are some of the responses that I've gotten in the last few months that I've alluded to. Apparently, people don't read caption nowadays. We're just like, but people that read caption and realize that wow, it's maybe serious. Is but why stop, bro? Like you still have so much to prove. I got somebody ask me like, bro, like don't you like have something like something to prove, or maybe the natural bodybuilding, whatever, like, or have you ever thought about going enhanced? I'm like, no, why go enhanced? I've accomplished what I've accomplished so far being a natural bodybuilder, so why go enhanced? Like that's the challenge for me. That's the challenge. Challenge is to push this natural limit to what it can really do within the natural realm, competing against other natural athletes. I'm not going to debate or dive into the reasons why, oh, this guy's more natural. Not everybody that's competing is natural. I don't really care about that. I chose to be naive and hope that everybody else is competing in the same, even playing field in a natural organization, which I know organizations like WNBF try very hard to, make sure everybody competes naturally. So I don't have anything else to prove. The only thing I have to prove, like I said earlier, is just to myself. But the number one reason why I'm not really competing is really, if you're following for a while, I don't do one show, one and done. When I compete, I do 5, 6 shows, because that's the challenge for me, to see how long I can push this body physically and mentally to the point where I can stay peeled all year round, which is not easy to do, and still be competitive and maintain as much lean tissue as possible. Those are the challenges for me. If you follow any of my journey at all, you've noticed that I used to compete maybe like once or twice a year, but in the last few times that I've competed, from 5 to 6, 7 is the most that I've done. 17. That's why I did 7 shows. So those are the things. Those are the reasons why I like to compete. But the number one reason that I'm not competing is because family. So because I do compete quite often, that means you're traveling to shows, and you're missing certain elements of some memories. 2019, my wife was pregnant with our first daughter at the time, and that was challenging for me. That was very that was a challenging time, because I remember vividly when I was competing at Junior Nationals. If you don't know, yes, I've competed in NPC before. At Junior Nationals, I got 4th. At Junior Nationals in Chicago. That show was in June, and my daughter was due anytime around that time. So of course I did not feel comfortable traveling outside the state. I end up driving down to Chicago. At least it's within a driving distance. If something else happened, I can hop in the car and head right home. So most of you guys don't know that, but the reason why I'm not going to do that is because, one, my wife and I we just had a second daughter in November. She's 5 months old. And I am not trying to miss a lot of times or a lot of memories, or I want to be there as much as possible. So I love being a dad. I love being a family guy. I love training, and that is what my main focus is. And I love helping people get to that level of, you know, being competitive on stage and pushing themselves to the best of their abilities. That is the #1 reason why I am not competing anytime soon, or I'm not competing anymore.
With it, took my time with it, watch the operatives, they be plotting. Don't go with the gang and they rock with us. Everywhere that we go, we be popping up. Yeah, we popular, eyes on us like binocular. Yeah, they time is up, you could try your luck. Stay anonymous, but in God we trust.
In God we trust. All these looking odd to us, riding waves just like they ride the bus.
Right, so now that you guys know the reason why I'm not going to be competing, or for a while at least, what is my plan moving forward? My plan moving forward is just train as hard as possible, train like I am gonna hop on stage in the next, you know, year or so. Because like I said earlier, I keep echoing, is I love the process. I love bodybuilding. I love pushing myself to be the best version of myself each and every day. It's a personal agenda. It's a personal attack in a way that it's a personal accountability too that I put on myself to make sure I am pushing myself. As you all should too. You don't compete, don't train, don't do anything for any external validation, because those typically won't last. When things get tough, you will be very, very easy for you to quit, because you're doing it for something else other than yourself, some other reason other than yourself. But my goal moving forward really is just to train as hard as possible, keep building my physique like I'm going to compete anytime soon. And as far as the rest of the year, I'm gonna finish this mesocycle. I have 3 more weeks left of massing. Then I'm gonna do a cut. A cut like I'm gonna be competing. Am I gonna go shredded glute mode? No, I'm not gonna get to that point. I'm gonna lean out because I've not been quote unquote lean. I've done mini cut this year. I think we're gonna yellow 16 pounds in about 7 weeks. But I'm gonna cut down after this massing phase just to lean out, and then start massing again after that. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And the takeaway from this video that I want you to take is, if you're thinking about competing, 1, do it because you love it. Do it because you enjoy the process. Do it because you're doing it to push yourself, to see what you're capable of, not because you want to be quote unquote IFBB pro, you want to be sponsored athlete. Because let me tell you something, there ain't shit out there for you in terms of monetary gains. It's not really what it's cracked up to be. But do it because you love it. Do it because you love the challenge. Do it because you love to show up each day and just push yourself to see what you're really capable of. And don't fall for the pressure of, going to enhance just because you think that's where, it's at. It's not what it's cracked up to be. Trust me, I have friends who've gone that route and have regrets and wishing they never gone through that route. So yeah, I love being natural. I will stay natural till I die, and I love the process. And I'll keep challenging myself day in and day out. Hopefully you guys love this video. It's a little bit change of pace than what I normally would do, but I thought it's a very important message to get out there. It's a very important way to, the reason why I love doing YouTube is just because I can clarify and talk to you guys about things like this I cannot post on Instagram. Anyways, this is SAMOKFIT, checking out with you guys. Hope you guys are doing well, doing terrific. Enjoy this video. Keep pushing yourself, keep showing up, keep showing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Pretty wanna ride, the vibe is us. Sergio Tacchini eating fettuccine, know they